Hey, so welcome back. What are we going to cover next? Well, we're going to start on our familiar Google page here. And what I want to do is, in the past, what we did is we installed Homebrew. So we're like, hey, we're going to have a package manager. And I did that in the terminal window. But if you noticed, if you were looking closely, I wasn't using the normal terminal. I was using iTerm2. So in the list of things of, hey, I'm trying to set my machine up, particularly a Mac, to do some serious work on, what do I need? Well, first, I'd recommend Homebrew so that as you install things, you can keep them up to date. And also, you can start working in a little more headless fashion so you don't have to use the graphical user interface all the time. It just makes your life a lot more efficient, and it'll make you more comfortable with the command line in general. And as you get more advanced, there's things that you just need to be able to do there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look here and we're going to go for iTerm2 because I don't want you to have to know anything to be able to get there, right? So iTerm2, here you go. Guess what? Download. That's not too hard, right? So we'll go and it just downloaded the latest. I can double click some things and set it up. Okay. Alternately, I also had this homebrew thing earlier, so I could also just do brew install iTerm2. Now, something I didn't cover before is what you're going to notice is, so iTerm2, which is actually what I'm typing in right now, you can see it, right? It's an application window that's on my screen. So what I actually have to do back here is I actually need to do a brew cask install iTerm2. And what will happen there is it'll just say, hey, I'm trying to do a graphical user interface application. There might be some licenses and stuff that need to come with this. So let's put them in this cask. So in general, the difference between install and cask install is just, hey, does this program have its own user interface? So when I launch it, am I going to click an icon in my applications menu to launch this thing? Which in the case of iTerm2, I am. Granted, we could have, just kind of had some trial and error there and just said brew cask install iTerm2. And to be honest, Homebrew is pretty fault tolerant. We'll see what happens here. Hey, I went to get, it came, Homebrew. Yep, there's no formula. So look, but it said try brew cask. So brew cask install iTerm2. Now let's see what it's going to tell me because I have this running right now. It said, hey, you've got this. Sorry, but if you want to reinstall, you can use the reinstall command. So it's really easy, right? So instead of having to go to Google and trying to find the right website for my software, I could just type it in the window and it's installed. There's no coming down and opening this thing and then dragging and dropping it to my applications folder. It's all done in one place. So why iTerm2? Really, for some simple reasons, like I can run multiple tabs, I can change color schemes, I can do a lot more in iTerm2 than the regular terminal. So this is kind of one of those niceties. It's up to you, but I like it. So, whatever I tell you that works in the terminal, it'll work in iTerm2 as well. So you won't have to have either one specifically, but I figured I'd share iTerm2 with you. So we'll come back for the next video, but hopefully that was helpful. And that's just another thing to put in your kit bag. One, if you want to have just nicer tools, or two, to help you build this body of knowledge so you're more reputable, you have more authority. Somebody's like, well, I use iTerm2. You now know what they're talking about. So we'll see you again next time.